Welcome to Small Brain Game Podcast,
where we do all the small brain things, and this is the Small Brain Podcast.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun,
Can I get the macaroni with the chicken strips?
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very, 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 very special episode. I know we say that every single time, but this one is extremely special because me and Ronan forgot that we had a podcast.
We didn't forget. Here's the thing. We didn't forget. We've both been like, we really need to record a podcast. But our lives, like the past, 2-3 weeks maybe?
Oh, it's been insane.
Have been fucking insane. Exactly. It's been crazy hectic.
Yeah. So
it's bananas.
So yeah, Fouts told me.
So what do we do? What? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Fouts told me we need to record today something by the time he gets home, which is about an hour, or we would regret it. To which I said, that intrigued me. I kind of don't want to record now, just to see what he would do.
I hit my mic with the Nerf dart.
Yeah, you just spit a Nerf dart out of your mouth. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is, honestly, we're just going to be kind of real with you. We talked about a while ago, IRL over TTV, and this is a week where IRL has been kicking our ass. My kids have been sick. I was sick. I've been working from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. every single day, getting projects done, hiring people, getting so much done. Brandon has been working on 1,000 personal things and then work on top of it.
You just called me by my real name.
Oh, Ronan.
Pleb.
I'm sorry. Well, you call me by my real name.
That's because your real name is your gamer tag.
So
can't rightly call you Darth Ninja anymore, can I?
No. Although Cheese did that the other day in Discord or Gilded. She tagged Darth Ninja. I'm like, who the fuck is this Darth guy? It's not me. I'm Luke Nero now.
It is weird.
Yeah. But it's funny that just like that Euphorian slip of like what she used to call me. Like that's what we've known each other for a long time is Darth.
You're still Darth Ninja in my phone.
You're still Ronan in my phone, but you haven't changed.
That's because yeah.
But it's so funny. I didn't really know your name was Brandon for the longest time. I would just always call you Ronan.
Everybody does, or Roro.
But hey, me and Ronan did have some time today. I had a day off today. I needed to get a bunch of stuff done, so I took my kids to my parents' house. And then after I got all my chores done that I do, changing the oil, going shopping, getting curtains, adult stuff. Then me and Ronan had lunch today, and it was really fun.
We did, yeah. After I got my car out of the shop, $700 later, and then I was like, battery died, so I had to go get a new battery for it. That's another $150.
Yeah, and it was me and Ronan. We found out me and Ronan discovered every single day that we're the same person because
literally the same person.
Without warning, we do the exact same things. An example is one of us said cheese, and this wasn't today. This was a couple days ago, and we spent 20 minutes taking turns naming off different types of cheese as if it's a competition to see who could think of more. But today, for some reason, we were sitting at lunch, drinking some beer, and one of us, you said a movie name that had a number.
Oh, they had Field of Dreams up on the TV.
Yeah, but for some reason, you said a number.
I did say a number,
and then I said a movie with a number, and then you said it, and we spent almost an hour doing that. Ocean's 11.
We get
21 Jump Street. How did we forget 21 Jump Street?
Oh, that's rough, man.
So, 2 weeks notice.
You said it, and I was immediately thinking it.
So 2 weeks notice, 21 dresses. Anything with a number in it.
I don't remember how it started, but I said a movie with a number in it, like 21 Jump Street or
I know how it started.
6 Days, 7 Nights, and what?
You asked me if I've seen 7 Pounds. And then I made a joke and said another movie with a 7 in it. Like 7 Days to Die or something like that. And then you said another movie. We just kept going. But it was unprompted, unplanned, and we spent almost an hour doing this. And then neither one of us realized that this is not a normal thing to do until we were like 45 minutes into it. And we're like, bro, we're the same person. We just did the exact same thing.
And I had a thought and then I lost it.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Oh God, what was? And we do that, and every time we do it, we just have the time of our lives.
Oh yeah.
It's the most like fun thing. If you have a friend out there that you talk to and see every day, just start trying to do that with them because it's a great time.
Yeah, and I don't know, like we could just like name people like whose name is Dwayne, like Dwayne Johnson.
I don't know any Dwaynes.
I was gonna say that's the only Dwayne I know. Or like Drew Lynch, you know, like we just randomly.
Drew Barrymore.
Oh, I'm done. I don't know any with Drews either.
I had a friend in high school named Drew that ran demolition derbies.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, back to what this episode is going to be. We have nothing planned, and I'm sorry about that. I'm usually the guy who plans a topic. I'm the guy who does research. I have been swamped with work. Also, we kind of were running out of ideas for streaming content, so this is kind of going to be a transition period anyway, where we go to different kind of content, a little bit more just hanging out and talking about current events and stuff. So this is a kind of a good place to kind of ease into that. I did want to get Fouts on here for the hangout, but he's hanging out with his family at a theme park.
Ew.
I know, right? Happy
family.
Oh, but so today we have a friend coming up to visit here pretty soon, and we're going to be going to the beach up here. And I'm like, hey, instead of going to the Lake Coeur d'Alene because it's busy as fuck, you should come to my parents. Their neighborhood has a private beach.
Busy as fuck, bro. Which, by the way, bro,
what
are you thinking taking a person like me to your parents' house?
It's just my parents' house.
It's not. Here's the thing, guys. It's not just his parents' house. This place was fucking immaculate. Your parents don't listen to this, do they?
No, no, they don't. Say whatever you want.
Okay, good. It is like I don't know how tall their ceilings were.
23 feet.
23-foot vaulted ceilings.
Only in one room.
They had a bridge on their second level over their first level.
Just my parents' room and bathroom area.
It's still balcony. A fucking bridge in the house.
Yes.
Bridges are meant for outside.
No, it's also meant for inside. The bridge goes over goes over the front entryway into their side of the house, their like wing of the house, which has like their room. Their what do you think of their bathroom?
Okay, you say it's not a house, but you literally just said their wing of the house.
Okay, that's what we called it because it's there's section
that's
of the
what
house.
It is.
It's not a wing. It's not that big of.
It's immaculate. It's massive. It's beautiful.
Let's see. Will Zillow
like
tell me?
They have a fountain in like you walk up to their door and there's just a fountain like off to the side.
My dad. Every time we've looked for a house anywhere, he's wanted a rock. Our last house, the house that my parents moved out for this house, he bought like the month before they moved. He bought a giant freaking rock. And so this house came with a rock, and it had a fountain in the rock, and he was so excited to have this rock.
I hope one day I can have a rock.
Yeah. Rock hard abs.
Okay, so what's going to be...
Well, what are we
going to do today?
Well, we were talking about... You said I shouldn't take a person like you to my parents' house, because you walk up there and there's just this giant rock.
Right, and because I'm so, like, low class... I don't belong in a place like that.
It's a normal house.
Fucking what?
It's a normal house.
That's not a normal house.
Okay.
Your definition of normal and my definition of normal are very different.
Okay, so besides the vaulted ceilings and a rock...
And a bridge.
And
an island in the kitchen.
Every house has an island.
Jack and Jill suite.
Okay, that is fun.
And their master bathroom in their kingdom of a bedroom has a throne room, separate little room that the toilet is in that you can close the door to.
Yes.
That is not a normal thing. A normal house has one door to the bathroom and the toilet is right there for the world to see what you're doing.
My dad refuses to buy a house unless there's a throne room. Every house we've owned has had one. It is the most glorious thing. And
like, you understand that's not normal.
Can we just pause for a second on this comment? Speaking of toilets, this apartment has circular toilets.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've had to sit on not an oval toilet, like a perfect circle toilet. My dingling,
suck.
my dingle hopper has to like smack into the front of the bowl whenever I'm using it. It is the most discomforting thing I've ever had, and it's like in order to avoid that, I had to like bend back, and then half my arse is like slamming on the back of it, and that's uncomfortable. Who makes round toilets? It's not for men at all.
No, absolutely not. Like we need that oval space.
Yes, I've never had an issue where I sit down on a toilet and I have to worry about where the top of my dingling is gonna be touching, except for the water sometimes.
Ooh, you touched my tra-la-la.
My ding-ding-dong. Anyway, so my parents' house is pretty nice. I really love my parents' house. We lived there for a year.
The point I'm getting at here is that is not a normal house.
It's a
the
larger house.
The fact that you think that is a normal house?
I'm just saying that the things you're pointing out, an island in the kitchen, that's normal.
No.
Yes.
No, that's not.
Yes. My apartment has an island.
What? That's not an island. That's attached to the wall.
Oh, that's fair. But it's pretty much the same thing. Every house has counter space.
That's a countertop for your kitchen. That's not an island. An island means you have a kitchen space so big enough that you just took a plot of land and slapped it in the middle.
I do think it's funny when you were over today. I'm like, hey, this is our family room. Do you want to come over to our other sitting room? And it's like 10 feet away. It's just another sitting room.
They have two family sitting rooms.
The other one's small, though. It can only fit like 7 people or so.
Yeah. And?
I'm saying it's a small sitting room. It's for more like intimate gatherings.
It's still 2 sitting rooms. I'd say one is like your main living room, and then you have like the sitting room. Yeah, it's family room and the living room is what we call it. But then we have the upstairs, my dad's office / workout space / third living room. Yeah, and like they have this big chandelier in their house, like right in the entryway.
It's not. It's not that gaudy. It's a normal chandelier. You can get it from Lowe's for like $100.
It's definitely a more modern chandelier. It's not like. Yeah, you're right. It's not super gaudy. It fits really well, but yeah, that's still a chandelier.
But the best part of my parents' house is the exactly 2-minute walk to the lake.
Yeah,
that's the great part. Sure. And a nice backyard. Yeah, it was fun. Ugh. And Ronan got to meet my parents, and Ronan got to see where I get all my positive energy.
Yeah.
He met my mom. Yeah. My mom stopped talking once.
No. I didn't get a word in at all.
Just me and my mom going back and forth.
Yeah, just talking like at me and about me.
Yeah, but we were happy the entire time, you know? It's always positive conversation with my mom. My dad's pretty cool, too. I like my dad.
Yeah,
he's a little bit more quiet.
You do have a great family. You really do have a great family.
I love them. So, they've officially wanted to adopt Ronan, by the way, so Ronan is now part of my family.
I'm now a Glendenning.
Yeah. Wow. But throw my last name out there. Why don't
Sorry, cut that out.
Wow. Wow. No, I don't really care. I don't give a fuck.
Dude, we can fucking cut it out, dude. Chill. It's not like this is live.
I don't really care if they know my last name. Most people do. But anyway, today's episode is just going to be us relaxing and talking because we, like, literally the moment we had to sit down, we just sat down for lunch and then we're like, oh, we really need to record something today. Because
we played our stupid word association game for like an hour, and then we're like, we really need to do a podcast. Like,
we do. So I had the idea because Ronan here hates Reddit.
I never said I'm just not on it. Like, I don't understand it. I have no purpose to go on it.
You go on it for things like "Am I the asshole?" and "Choosing beggars" and "Entitled parents." Those are the.
What is? I don't know what entitled parents is, but that sounds fun. But what are? I don't understand what these are.
These are places where people post stories of their life, interactions with people. Do you want to start with "Am I the asshole?" and we can judge the person if they're the asshole, or do you want to do entitled parents?
Let's start with "Am I the asshole?"
Okay, so am I the asshole if I ruin my cousin's career in retaliation for him revealing sensitive info? Oh, this post has been removed. I literally read this 2 minutes ago. Oh,
probably because the cousin found it and was like,
"Yeah, it's been removed." I had to choose a different one now. That one's gonna be fun. Okay, so
what's the new one? It's just a list of stories, right? Just pick one.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, this
Don't
person.
pre-
No, this
don't
person
pre-read
spelled. This person spelled causing wrong.
with a K.
No, CAUSINGY.
Wait,
CAUSINGY.
why?
I don't know why there's a Y. Causing-y? By the way, I'm extremely dyslexic, so reading these things out loud might be a little bit difficult for me. And when I
Why
saw
are
the
all my
Y there,
friends dyslexic? Even my
Because-
girlfriend's dyslexic.
yeah, we're just broken people. It's fine. Am I the asshole for telling my sister-in-law I still hate my name after she named her daughter after me? I've always hated my name. It never felt like a good fit for me. It's so old-fashioned. My parents liked that kind of name, though, and because they were pretty clear about our names being important to them, I never changed it. But I go by an unrelated name in my everyday life. My husband's sister loves my name. She tried calling me a few times, and my husband shut her down every time she tried to call me that name. A few times she tried to convince me I was crazy for not loving my name. She said it was so sophisticated and feminine. I told her she was welcome to change her name since she loved mine so much, but stop expecting me to love it. She had her daughter 2 months ago and called me specifically to say she named her daughter after me. She told me how I'd have to fall in love with the name now that her baby niece, or that my baby niece, would share it. Well, I didn't, and when she asked me the other night if I'd fallen in love with the name yet, I told her no. She wasn't expecting an honest answer and was so pissed I would say I don't like the name she gave her daughter. She told me that means I hate her daughter. My husband told her I was wrong to expect a child being named after me would make me fall in love with my name after I've hated it for 28 years. My mother-in-law asked why I couldn't have just lied and said it's a nice name now. I responded to her that it would leave me open for her daughter to call me by my legal name, and I don't like it. And I was not going to let that happen. Am I the asshole?
Do we get to know what the name is?
No, we don't get to know what the name is unless she comments it later down. We don't. It doesn't look like she posts the name.
That's kind of hard because, like, I'd really have to know the name.
Well, I don't think we need to know the name. I don't think she's the asshole. She made it clear for 28 years she hated her name. I hate my name. I've never liked the name Luke. And if you were to be like, hey, I'm gonna name my kid after you, I would be like, cool, you can name your kid that, but it's not going to make me like my name better.
Right,
Like-
for sure. I can get that.
So I don't think she's the asshole.
No,
what do you think?
Honestly, the mother of the child is kind of an asshole
That's
for
what I
trying
think.
to use the birth of her daughter as like incentive or like a like leverage to try and change her change her to like start loving her name, and then to say that like, oh you hate my daughter now because you hate the name I gave her, that's your
Yeah.
name, blah, blah, blah. Like, get out of here.
Like you knew before that I did not like this name. So why would you think I would start liking it now? Like, I get it. I get her being like, oh well, can you at least like the name because it's my daughter's name? And I'm sure she'll be like, sure. But don't make her try to fall in love with the name.
Like,
You know?
I really like your daughter. I really like your daughter, but you're an idiot for giving her my name. I like my middle name. I hated my middle name for the longest time. My middle name it was originally supposed to be Michael, and then the spelling got changed. Now it's Mikhail. Back to the Mikhail. Back to the Irish spelling.
Mikhail.
My
My middle name is James.
I hated James.
I always hated the name Luke. I always wanted my name to be Jack. I always loved the name Jack. If I could, I'd legally change my name to Jack.
Why?
I like the name.
Because I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
This is the tale of Captain Jack Me Off. So
my original name was going to be Woodrow.
Woodrow Wilson.
Yeah. No, Woodrow Lance.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say Woodrow Wilson. Isn't that someone's name?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
But and I hated that for a while, and they didn't name me that because my mom didn't want me to get made fun of and called Woody my entire life.
Well, good news is you still got made fun of your entire life just for other things.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Ginger. Okay, do you want a choosing beggar?
Okay, yeah, sure. I don't know what that is.
Okay, choosing beggar is a category about people who like get stuff for free and still ask for more and they get mad about it. I haven't read this one, so
Hang on. What's that called when you like say something before something?
jinx?
Like no, you're like
prediction?
no, like before before I say this, I just want to
Clarify?
like emphasize huh?
Clarify?
I don't know what the word I'm looking for is because I'm an idiot. Anyway, preface
Prefix?
or preface. Preface. That's the first time hearing that word, preface. Preface this by saying I have like zero respect for anyone that gets handouts or anyone that gets shit for free.
You don't like it?
No, because like I never get anything for free. Everything I've done and everything I have, I worked my ass off for. It's not a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. It is not a lot. But it's mine and I did that.
Yeah, I don't I think there's some situations where people getting some stuff for free is fine. Especially like people just like during the pandemic everyone lost their jobs, you know. So some people need some support. I get that. But people who don't need things and still want it for free, a perfect example is like a good friend of mine. His dad is very rich, and and he went to a hotel.
You?
No,
is it you?
No, it's not me. My dad's nice. He went. My dad's not rich. We're middle class.
Their house would say otherwise.
It's a normal house. So
it's not.
They went to Hawaii.
Normal.
They went to Hawaii. And they're part Hilton owners, and so usually they'd stay at a Hilton, but they didn't want to stay at a Hilton. They wanted to stay at a different hotel closer to the beach. But the dad, in the morning, every morning, marched the entire family over from their hotel to the Hilton Hotel and demanded to have their continental breakfast for free because he's like the top platinum diamond doohickey membership you can get for Hilton. I could not even imagine.
That mindset, that does like
I can't even imagine. You have money. Take them out to McDonald's. Something.
You have money. Take them out to
we're talking about
fancy breakfast. You have the funds.
We're talking about a millionaire. Like yelling at people at Hilton because he wants a free continental breakfast. Not yelling. I shouldn't say yelling. He wasn't yelling, but like going there and like, well, I'm not staying here, but I am a member, so I deserve the breakfast for my entire family. I'm like, no, I can't stand that. I can't stand that.
Yeah, that's just horrible. Anyway,
okay, so
that's how I
choosing beggars. Customer angry at the size of a discount Smashburger milkshake. I don't even know what that sentence means. Hi, former Smashburger employee here. Sure, Smashburger milkshakes are pricey for the size.
Hang on.
You have to look
know
what a
Smashburger is.
What is a
I
Smashburger?
know what it is. Smashburger. Smashburger delivery. Okay. What are you though? That's DoorDash.
It's a burger.
They have a website, smashburger.com.
Okay, order online. How much are their milkshakes? Are their milkshakes like outrageously expensive?
I don't know. Here we go. Menu.
What's my location? Just view their menu.
Do we have a Smashburger?
No, I don't.
They have a Smash Club.
No restaurants found here.
I don't know. Our food. Nope,
it won't show me the menu unless I'm in proximity to it. That's the dumbest thing.
Shakes and desserts. I got this. Okay. There's 790 calories and up. They look like off the pictures. The way I can describe them is like, you remember like the 60s like milkshake bars?
Yeah.
It's basically like one of those glasses, and I'm assuming you get like an extra like a little extra like 10 cold cup of whatever's left.
Yeah, but do you get a price online?
Hang on.
There's got to be one in Seattle, right?
I don't know. This one I think was like in Colorado. No, I can't. Oh, start your order. Here we go.
It won't let you unless you live near it.
Oh yeah, rip. That's not working.
Anywho,
anyway, maybe they'll tell us the price in the story.
But we had a promotion going on for half off milkshakes. A customer comes in and orders one, and I make it for him. He analyzes it and asks why it's so small. Sir, I'm a minimum wage worker. I don't control the size of the cups we order here. He asked my manager. Steaming mad. He asked me why it's so expensive for a small milkshake. A milkshake he's getting for 50% off. My manager apologizes and explains that we don't make the prices. The customer asks where he can complain about the price if he can't complain to us. We told him if he's concerned, he can complain to corporate and fuck off. Oh man, there's so many better choosing beggar ones. I'll have to go through and actually. If you guys are listening and you guys want us to read a good Reddit story, send it to us.
For sure, yeah. Send us anything. We'll do it.
But I like Am I the Asshole?
Like that one, I don't know. I like how they dealt with it. Like, if you want to complain, like, complain to corporate and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like, we're literally fast food workers. We don't.
Right.
God, that's where like Karens and I forgot what the male equivalent of a Karen is, but.
Am I the asshole for refusing to ask my mom for $15? This sounds interesting. Let's try this one.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay, am I the asshole for refusing to ask my mom for $15? I got married recently. I got married recently. My mom was not planning on coming. She did not get along with my wife at all. I mean, that happens. There have been periods in which I had to cut her out because she was being a bitch to my wife. Oh, okay, so maybe the mom's just the asshole. And in the past year, my mom has stopped communicating with us as much. Okay, your mom sounds like a prick. I'm sorry. Okay,
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna say this: if you have a child who marries someone, be the bigger person. Be the bigger person. Accept them. Your
sure.
child made a choice. Accept that person. Like that's it. Don't be the asshole and just cutting out your son because you don't like his wife. That's the stupidest thing that I can even comprehend. Come on, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, that's not even the point of this. My wife called her up and told her just to come to the wedding. Everything else can be dealt with later, but we only get married once. Exactly. My mom agreed and came. The caterer sucked for multiple reasons, but the biggest one was they messed up the food, so there was nothing my mom could eat due to an allergy. Aw, poor mom. My wife was mortified and called me freaking out that my mom was going to think it was on purpose, which, hearing from the mom, I can understand why she would think that. I said I would handle it and gave my cousin my credit card and had him run out and get my mom a meal at a restaurant. Wow, they're being so accommodating to this lady.
Yeah, took care of it. No problem.
I explained to my mom why she had something different, and she was fine with it. Towards the end of the night, my wife told me I should ask my mom for the $15 for the meal because it was her fault for not RSVPing. Oh, come on. The caterer did mess up, but had short notice that she was coming. I said it was $15, and we asked her to be there, so I let it slide. My wife called me a mama's boy, which I think is unfair because I barely seen my mom in a year, and it's only $15. Okay, you are not the asshole for not charging your mom for food at your wedding.
Yeah.
Oh, now I understand why the mom doesn't like the wife as much.
Yeah, for sure. Like, wait a minute, you're marrying this woman?
Like, I get it. They don't get along. But at the same time, like, if I asked you to be somewhere and you had an allergy, I would provide. Even if that means it costing me more.
Right. For sure.
And if it cost me $15, I would not even think about it.
Yeah. Like, what are you going to do with that $15?
That's exactly 2 beers at a restaurant.
Yeah, especially like draft beer. Or that's like, what, like 2 gallons of gas now?
I'm mad at the wife now more than the mom.
I'm super mad at the wife. That's just petty shit. That's just her being petty, I think. Like, I think she wanted the mom to come to the wedding. She might have done the catering thing on purpose.
I was just about to say that. It sounds like she did it on purpose. And the husband... what it sounds like is the wife did it on purpose. And then the husband tried being like, oh, I'll just buy her some food. And the wife's like, oh, that just ruined my plans. You should ask your mom for the money back.
Right.
Like, I can't imagine my wife ever, like, today. We went to lunch today, right?
Yeah.
Who bought your beer?
You did?
Yeah. I can't imagine my wife being like, you should ask him for the $5 or $7 for the beer. She wouldn't care. Because $5 and we were hanging out, you know? Like, yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's just petty nonsense.
A perfect example is like my father-in-law invited us to Silverwood, and he's like, "Oh, since it's so last minute and we're here, it's cheaper online. You buy the tickets," because we're like, "Oh, we can't really afford the tickets right now." And he's like, "Oh, I'll buy the tickets for you." He's like, "You guys buy the tickets with your credit card online because it's cheaper, and I will pay you guys back."
Right.
And he still hasn't. And we haven't said a word. It was like $200. Like $200 we can't really afford. But we had a day with them, and they watched the kids with me, and we all had fun. Like, I'm not going to ask for $200 for my father-in-law, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's $200 for memories.
Here's the thing about money, and I've been saying this a lot lately, and I think a lot of people need to hear it. You can always make more money.
Yeah. You can't
Like,
make more memories.
Always make more money. Those people, like, I understand having a savings account and having like a cushion and all that stuff, but those people that get like a lot of money and just sit on it, that doesn't make sense to me. Like,
Well,
okay, you have a ton of money, but now what?
See, that's where I think you would really agree with my parents. Like, my parents have a nice house. I will admit that. They have a nice house, right?
Yeah,
But
it's not a normal house.
But they have a thing with the church where if there is someone in need, their house is the first option. So my parents have single mothers who have just moved to the area who need a few weeks stay somewhere, or someone who just got out of a halfway home and is looking for a place to stay. Like, my parents open up their house because they don't need that much room. And they purposely got it big for ministry. So, like, college groups meet there, and high school groups meet there because it's a place that's a yard and it's safe. And so that's what they really wanted, because they don't need a bigger house for all the kids moving out. But now they have a big yard for all the grandkids to get together. Like, everything happens at their house. And so, like, because my dad, they have savings and stuff, but my dad's like, my dad still buys used trucks. Like, he bought my mom a new car, but he buys used trucks, breaking down trucks. And he's like, well, I'll just do it until it falls apart, then I'll buy another used truck. Like, my dad is very much the same way as you. I'm the same way as you, too.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, we have a tiny-ass apartment. And I don't care that it's overpriced and small. I don't need more. I would like more, but I don't need more. Why would I want stuff? Stuff gets in the way. I would rather go out and do stuff.
My room's cluttered with stuff, and I have no idea what to do with it.
I have stuff, I guess, for streaming. Like, I have my computer, and that's my stuff that I've spent money on. But everything else, like it's impossible for someone to go out to dinner with me and my wife and them pay. We won't let it happen. And we don't have a ton of money, but we want to pay because we don't care about money, you know?
Right. You can always make more money.
And so just that this mom or that this wife would be so mean to her husband for $15, I can't even imagine.
You're absolutely right. It's like, again, it's $15.
Yeah.
Which takes me, if you guys have ever seen the movie Better Off Dead, there's this paper boy who keeps going to this guy's house, and he's just like, hey, I want my $2. I want my $2. And throughout the entire movie, this like paper boy is like chasing him down on his bike, just like, I want my $2.
About $2.50. Am I the asshole for nagging my sister into getting pregnant early?
Yeah.
Probably. I'm gonna make a flash judgment beforehand.
Like, probably.
Let people get pregnant when they want to. Stop it. It's none of your business.
Yeah, like
now,
oh god, my brain
unless
hurts
there's
now.
some sort of medical reason, I'm just gonna pretty much say probably.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. If there's like some kind of like weird, like off the wall kind of.
I'm 28 female and my sister 36. Okay, 36. That's the medical age. After that, it can get complicated. I haven't read the rest of this at all, but I'm not sure if you know this. Men, when we create gametes, they're fresh and instant every day, and we make millions of them and recycle them in our body every day, right?
And this is the part of the podcast where Luke just goes on a biology.
Hey,
rant.
Women are born with all their eggs, right? Around the age of 35, 36 to 40, the eggs have been old enough to where they can start getting degraded DNA. So it's possible for there to be an actual medical reason for saying this, but we will continue reading. I, 28 female, my sister 36, we've always been close and on good terms. One thing that has always annoyed me is that she's the kind of person who believes in the power of energy. That would annoy me too. to the point where she refuses to go to the hospital and claims she can heal any illness on her own. No, stop it.
So I'm kind of the same way. I don't go to doctors because it's expensive as heck.
Yeah, but you don't believe that. I don't know. Do you believe in healing stones? You believe in healing stones?
No.
You hurt me for a second there, bro.
I just wanted that long pause.
Oh, like moonstones and stuff? I don't believe in them.
No. It's a rock.
No, see, I'm the same way. Like, this is probably something I shouldn't say, so Fouts, if you think this shouldn't be said, just cut it out. I haven't had insurance in a decade.
Oh, same.
I don't technically believe in it. Like, I'm like, hey, if I get hurt, I will pay my bill. I don't need to pay someone else to pay my bill.
Especially like, dude, I'm 29. I don't get sick. If I get hurt, I deal with it. If I have to go to a doctor, then I'll go
and pay for it.
But I also have a bunch of like nurses that I know in my family. I have plenty of people I could be like, hey, does that look infected to you? And they're like,
I'm an
wow.
EMT. I'm an EMT. So a lot of the things that happen to me, I can kind of self-diagnose on hospital or you'll live, you know?
Right.
I actually have a funny story. If you are an EMT out there, never tell anyone you are an EMT. Because everyone will ask you questions. I don't mind people asking me questions, but it kind of got too far to a point. I had a buddy message me, and I read the message, and I saw he sent a picture, and all it said was, is this herpes? And I didn't register what the question was, and I clicked on the picture, and it was his girlfriend's hoo-ha in full blast, and I'm like, bruh, I know this is a medical question, but you should have probably asked her if this is okay to send me, because this is a full-on hoo-ha, and no, it's not herpes. I'm like... But it was like unexpected. I've seen more people's stuff because they're like, hey, is this infected? Yes. If you have to ask if something's infected, it most likely is.
It probably is, yeah.
If you question if something's infected, it is. If it's turning blue and black, it's infected and get it taken care of. Anyway, we were off the rails. Sorry, Fouts. I think she's lucky she has never faced any serious medical issues, at least visibly so far. She has been married for 6 years, and both her and her husband wanted to enjoy life before having kids. I get that, but kids add so much happiness. I'm just saying. He says he's ready for kids now, but she refuses, and he respects her wishes. She says that she is ready now, but she communicated with her spiritual guides. Okay. Not sure if this is an accurate translation. Who told her to start having children when she's 44? They said to have 4 kids after the age of 44, and she'll be well into her 50s. I know that it's better for a woman to get pregnant before 40, like I said before. We know how many people who have had their kids in their 40, and those kids have had serious issues. Every time she brings up this weird plan of hers to start having kids at 44, I tell her that she's being reckless and isn't taking into account the child and the serious risk she could pose to the child. I think so far this is accurate. I think what she's saying
I'm not a medical dude. I don't know anything about it. This is all your department.
She doesn't listen to me and is stubborn in her thinking, yet she keeps bringing it up to me. 2 weeks ago, I was talking with her and her husband and her family gathering, and she brought up her weird pregnancy plan to get pregnant after 44. I told her where she's being unrealistic, and once again she pointed out real-life examples of people who have had kids after 44 and well into their 40s. She said that because they lack the connection to the spiritual world, she'll have to wait.
That's bananas.
I replied with something along the lines of, you're an idiot, and then turned to her husband and said, I hope you have a good excuse ready when your kids start asking you questions on all the stuff that's wrong with them. Okay, don't say that. That's dumb.
That's a bit rough.
Don't be mean. She basically said that it was none of my business and to quit nagging her about getting pregnant. You asked her. It's not nagging if you ask. Yes. She's been upset since this since then, and it's our first time she's actually gotten upset about my reaction to this. Well, because you were an asshole. Yes. I think it's because what I said actually got through to her husband this time. She refused to talk to me knowing my opinion and wouldn't even talk to my husband about this. My brother and others in the family think I was an asshole for what I said about their pregnancy plan. Am I the asshole? I would say yes and no. What do you think?
This is kind of a gray area here. Yes, you are, just based on that one line of like, well, how are you going to explain to your kids when they come up to you and be like, hey, what the fuck's wrong with me?
Yeah, stop it. People have had kids after 50 and they're perfectly healthy. And now you increase the risk of things after 40? Sure. Increased risk does not mean guarantee. So right. I think you're the asshole for what you said. But I don't think you're the asshole for being concerned, especially because her spiritual guides told her a nonsensical number like have 4 kids after 44.
Yeah, that's the spiritual guide thing. It's
a weird situation all around.
I don't even know where to start to try and to analyze that.
Have you ever been to an energy healer?
No, I haven't.
That's weird.
I have been to Asian masseuse though.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Podcast. We'll talk about that. But like, I get, especially nowadays, like kind of looking to a higher power for guidance and support and strength and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But just being like, well, nope, my spirit guardians are like, nope, you have to, if you're gonna have kids, you have to put 2 banana peels in your socks and spike your hair up into a big old mohawk with feathers and peacock feathers and then you're gonna have 4 kids at 44.
Like, okay, so like, would you not kind of consider me somewhat of a spiritual guide for you, as we've just talked about spiritual things, right? You know,
yeah.
Okay, but I have never told you like, hey, it's your best plan to do this. I've always been like, hey, you contemplate and you search and you figure out what's best for you. You know, it's none of my business what you do. And so people who do spiritual stuff to control people, I cannot stand.
Yeah.
My aunt's kind of that way, and she's a hardcore Christian, but she's just kind of like comes up to you and is like, Jesus told me to tell you this. And I'm like, well, Jesus didn't say shit to me, so what the fuck? Like, I feel like if he wanted me to know, he would tell me.
Right, for sure. So yes, you're an asshole for your derogatory and hurtful remarks on that, but no, I don't think you're an asshole for worrying and caring about your older sister. That's something the siblings are supposed to do.
Yeah. This one, just the title alone has me interested, okay?
Okay, what's the title?
Am I the asshole for not getting naked at work? I want to read this one.
Yeah, we got to do that one.
We got to do this. Oh, this one's kind of a long one, too. Okay. Am I the asshole? I know
what the job is, because that's really going to be like...
That's, yeah.
Because most places...
I can't think of one job besides a stripper where you need to get naked for work.
Boom, boom,
daylight. I wake up and... Okay.
What are you doing, stepladder?
What are you doing, step chromatid? That's for the biology nerds out there. You're welcome. Long-time worker. Finally. I'm 34 male in a situation where I'd appreciate collective judgment. I work in a school. Okay, no, don't get naked at work. Don't get naked at work. You work for a school, okay?
Yeah. Yes, you're the asshole.
Yeah. No, he says he's the asshole for not getting naked. No, you're not an asshole.
No, you're not an asshole for not getting naked at work.
Yeah. Solved. First line. We're good.
Especially in a school.
Like even college level, bro. Like you're good.
Yeah, right. College level, I think it'd be a little bit more acceptable.
There's no reason. Okay, art, maybe. That's still a gray freaking area there.
Yeah, that's a definite stretch. But if you're in an art class and you're doing like the like what is it, the photorealism,
the anatomy stuff.
Yeah, like then okay, yeah, you can have a
But
model
still,
get naked at school, but even then,
no, but not at a teacher,
Yeah.
a teacher.
No, not a
Yeah,
teacher.
you get people for that.
Especially not the janitor.
No, well, we don't even know what role he has. He says he works at a school,
Okay,
all
keep
levels, and because of work laws in my country, your employer country. What country are you from? This might be a different country.
Going. Oh.
Okay, because work laws in my country, your employer has to provide a yearly medical checkup at work. Okay, maybe we were a little bit snappy on a judgment.
Maybe we jumped the gun on this
one. As in, during work hours in sight. I know how medical examinations are. I have no problem stripping to my boxers, following the instructions, as this is my 3rd year at the school, and thus, he's probably British. He said thus. It was my third yearly medical examination for this employer. But there came a moment when the doctor asked me to remove my boxers and stand completely naked. What?
Unless you're gonna do the turn ahead and cough.
Yeah, or the testing the prostate, but both of those things do not matter for a school teacher.
In America, maybe.
This is my first in all my years of the workforce and with this employer. No male or woman doctor has ever asked me, and particularly in the work medicine checkups, why did you have to say in particular in the work medicine? Has other people asked you to remove all your clothes? No, to remove my underwear. I was fulfilling a workplace requirement and not going to a urologist consultation. Exactly. I didn't see the point. And also, I just didn't want to stand there naked. So I expressed my negativity on this. The doctor lost his shit. He told me it was required and that I couldn't refuse.
You can refuse anything you don't want to do.
Yeah, you're your own. I have suspicions about this doctor.
Right.
That I couldn't refuse, as only I and another coworker had refused. Oh, he said I couldn't refuse, as I and another coworker are the only ones that had refused, and the doctor even told me who the other person was, which I thought was a weird breach of privacy. Which that's
exactly a breach of patient-doctor confidentiality.
I feel like this doctor walked in and goes, "Hey, everybody!"
and fucking Patch Adams walks in,
and that he needed to guarantee that we had no groin hernias, which would make the school liable if undetected. No, it would not, unless he got the hernia at the school.
Groin hernias are a thing?
Yes, you can push things through other things and it hurts. I've gotten one. It was awful. A hernia is just stuff going through muscle.
Oh, well, that doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, it's bad. I told him he could either trust me that I have no groin hernia or feel over my boxers, but that I wasn't getting naked. Oh, I wouldn't even let this guy feel me. I said that as I turned to grab my clothes, turning my back on him, he transfigured and started ranting about how he was a medical professional who didn't spend XYZ years in a medical school to come here and someone being rude and turning their backs on him. I could get him being offended by it. I know my culture, and I did turn my back on him while he was talking, so I apologized for turning my back.
Here's the thing with me though, like I'm very confident in my physical body, you know? So I don't have any problems. Like, if it were socially acceptable, I wouldn't be wearing clothes now. And I know you can't see me, but it would still be fucking weird for me to sit here and record a podcast if I was just, buck naked.
So when it says that I apologize, the culture of turning the back, I'm wondering if this is like Oriental in nature, because I can't think of any other.
Oh, it could be.
I can't think of any European societies where turning back would be considered a disrespectful thing.
The only ones I can really think of would be like Russia or Germany.
Maybe, but I don't. They don't really have body.
That's more of like
They don't really have body effects like that, like cultural body positions and stuff, like the
right.
bowing and stuff that Oriental countries do.
Right.
So I'm not really sure. Or I shouldn't say Oriental, Asian countries in general. And he asked me to turn and speak to him. When I stopped, I just asked him, dead serious, so am I being forced to undress? Maybe that was the way I said it made him snap, but he switched to a passive-aggressive victim and told him I was free to refuse, but to sign a waiver explaining explaining my attitude, and then literally threw me a waiver sheet and left the room. I had to pick it up from the examination bed. It ended there, and I came out directly to all my friends and teachers and women to vent. They thought I was overreacting and that all of them shared stories of their boyfriends, husbands, and friends that were stripped at work for check without issue. They understood my anger as the women and they have endured infinitely worse situations with this guy. What? But they were clear in that I was being overly dramatic.
Nope.
And then there's a TLDR, which I don't know what it means, but it says, I didn't want to get naked at a yearly work medicine checkup. The doctor lost his oh, this is just a short thing. Am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole. No,
you're not the asshole. Coming from a self-defense background, you don't have to do anything you do not want to do. I don't care where it's at.
And from a work standpoint, work cannot force you to be uncomfortable.
Right.
They can't. So if you feel unsafe or insecure in something like that, you can tell them, I will go to my private physician who I trust and know, and I will have him send you a report if you have to get naked.
Right. Exactly. They
have to accept that. They can't say you have to use our doctor. And this doctor's being weird.
Yeah.
And them saying, and the women saying that they have endured infinitely worse situations with this doctor. What's infinitely worse than being felt up naked? I can't even imagine what's infinitely worse.
No idea.
No idea. So no, you're not the asshole.
No, absolutely not.
No, I've had so many physicals for so many jobs, and I've never had to go completely naked.
I mean, I have, but it was...
I was actually one when I was at the fire department. They had to do a complete physical, but I had to do a turn and cough. But that was the only reason. Which the turn and cough is also to see if you have a hernia.
I'm one of those guys that is perfectly okay just getting naked. Like, I do not care.
I mean, me either, but I won't necessarily do it for work. Like, if I've never had a doctor at a workplace, but I'm at a doctor's office. I don't mind getting naked. I mean,
right.
I personally just don't like clothes in general. Like, if I'm off, when I get off this, and after my kids go to bed, I usually just don't wear clothes.
Right, I'm the same way. Like, if I went to the dentist and he was like, "Hey, take your pants off," I'd be like, not sure what that has to do with fixing my teeth, but you're the doctor, so
we got to go the other way around.
We got to go in through the back.
No, not again.
My God, I'd take all that. Yeah, damn near chipped a tooth.
So let me know what you guys think about this, about us going through some Reddit posts and possibly even things like funny videos. Oh, we can't really do a funny video over a podcast. We're planning on doing some more YouTube videos with us reacting to videos.
Right. Well, we will be getting into some reaction videos, which I'm excited for. That'll be a great time.
It's going to be a great time.
Right. Once everything calms down and we're all kind of settled and everything's squared away.
Yeah, this one's been a little bit different. We just didn't have anything else planned, and I saw we were talking today about Reddit, and he's never heard of Am I the Asshole? Aren't these kind of fun though to go through?
They're kind of fun, yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have any suggestions for Am I the Asshole, choosing beggars, entitled parents, anything like that, just send them to us through Twitter. I'm going to be making us a Facebook page here pretty soon because I finally got back on Facebook.
Gross.
So be on the lookout for
Facebook. It's funny because my Facebook just got hacked.
I hacked it. Look out for our Facebook. We have a Twitter. We have a Gilded. And also, anywhere you can find podcasts, we'll be there and on YouTube. And
our live Twitch streams.
Yeah, Twitch TV/Runner Maverick and Luke Nero.
Yay!
Yay! As I said, we had nothing planned for today, so we're sorry about that, guys. We're actually 5 days late to record.
Yeah,
we were supposed to record 5 days ago. But hey, don't forget, you guys are all the extra most best of us people ever met, and we love you.
Cheers, guys. See you next time. You just fart.
Hi, and welcome to the Small Brain Gang Podcast.
Hi.
And welcome to the Small Brain Gang Podcast.
See.
Say Small Brain Gang.
Small Brain Gang.
Podcast.
Podcast.
Perfect. Sorry, Fouts, for all the editing you had to do with this one.